Hi, this is Nuntype, and this is a review of Ocean Eyes, the CD by Owl City. It's an okay CD, it's just pretty bland. Like, I wouldn't really recommend it. If you want something like this, I'd probably go for the Postal Service. I think they're made by the same dudes that did Death Cab for Cutie and DNTEL, so they're fairly decent, but I wouldn't really go for this. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just there isn't much right with it, if that makes sense. It's really bland. Almost all the tracks have the same like musical structure. They have the same tone. It's all about sort of being happy, which I mean is good. I like being happy, but I don't like being told to be happy in I think 13 different ways over a time of 57 minutes roughly. It just gets on my nerves after a while, you know. There are a few people that feature on the CD, they help to sort of break it up because I think they're not quite as delusional as the dude that wrote the CD. They're sort of like a bit more, let's be happy in a moderately controlled context. Brian Duran and Matthew Thiessen, I don't think they're that well known. They're fairly decent, to be honest. Uh, yeah, it might just be because they're singing along with this pretty shit guy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the way he sings, it's just he doesn't have that much vocal variety. Like a lot of the songs sound very, very similar. It's sort of soft crooning vocals over simple, really simple electronics. It's like sort of synth pop at its shittest. And I mean, it's a fairly shit genre to start with. It's like, let's take a really good genre, electronica, that experiments with sound and combine it with the genre pop that is pretty shit and doesn't experiment at all and see what happens, and you end up with unexperimental experimental music. Does anyone like that? I'm not. I don't. But that's just me, you know. So anyway, back to Ocean Eyes. There's a few different themes in the CD. Most of it's about like love, which is fairly sort of stereotypical. I mean, fair enough, write a love song, but try and do it in a way that's not been done before. There's one track, Fireflies. I'm not sure if it's intentional, but it touches upon insomnia. It probably is intentional, actually, because the dude is rumored to be an insomniac, which would probably make you somewhat interested in insomnia. There's a few other tracks, well, that talk roughly about escapism, which is fairly interesting compared to the rest of the CD. Uh, yeah, shit CD. And I've just bambled in this review because there's really not much to say about it other than avoid it. I mean, I wouldn't turn it off, but I wouldn't ever put it on so that I'd have to turn it off. It's like if an ugly stripper walked into the room. Well, you might ask her to go away, but like if you're in a party, you just think, oh, there's a stripper over there. She's not very attractive, but who am I to tell a stripper to go away? So you just carry on partying. But this is like a really aggressive, ugly stripper that smiles a lot. And you don't want a smiley, aggressive stripper. Trust me, I've had them. That's shit.